there are a number of people that make something and they call it ice wine. But the definition of ice wine, according to these governing bodies
Hmm.
of Canada, of Germany, of Austria, I think the rules are a little bit less strict in America, but they have some definitions.
Hmm.
Are that the grapes have to be left on the vine till they freeze on the vine. In Canada, you have to pick them when it's at least -9 Celsius, which is probably about I don't know, like I don't know, 15, 20 degrees, something like that,
Okay.
Fahrenheit. Cold. Well,
I was
well
gonna say
below.
someone's gonna comment anyways and tell us the exact
Yeah,
calculation, but
because yeah, please,
because the
please,
internet. Okay.
yeah, please let us know.
Yeah.
Lamisa, we don't pick them until it's about -12, because that's what we need in order to really produce the
Mm-hmm.
wine properly. But then we have to pick it at that temperature, and then it has to be pressed at that temperature, in order so that what happens is like this. Imagine,
At that same time, you pick them.
yeah,
I guess you maintain them outside. Do you also crush them outside?
yeah.
Oh
So
wow.
so like we have an open area that's covered, but it has to be cold. And what happens is so that they're literally like frozen berries of
Uh-huh.
grapes. They're like ice. So you put them in this press, and it's
Hmm.
not like the modern wine presses that we use for making table wine, the
Hmm.
big stainless steel bladder presses, right? This looks old fashioned.
Is it
They
wood?
hold about a ton of grapes,
Uh-huh.
wooden basket
Oh
with a
wow.
hydraulic press that comes down, and
Huh.
just very, very high pressure presses it down. And so what happens from that is that the the water part, the grape essence, the syrup, the sugar, the
Hmm.
flavor, it all has a higher freezing point.
Hmm.
So when you press all that, what comes out is really just the essence of the grape. It's thick and it's syrupy and
Hmm.
it's very high sugar,
Hmm.
very high flavor, concentrated
Hmm.
flavors and aromas and everything.
Hmm.
And what stays behind in the press is basically the water, still as
Wow.
ice. It's like a
Huh.
solid block of ice. So we extract this like essence
Hmm.
of the grape that is so powerful on the
What does
vine.
happen from when those cold months? I mean, I imagine a lot of things could potentially go wrong with those grapes,
Absolutely.
right? Yeah.
I mean, the one good thing is once it gets cold,
Hmm.
you lose a lot of disease pressure. There's not a lot of disease.
Oh.
Anything that was, if there was rot, it goes
Hmm.
bye-bye, right?
Oh, interesting.
But we do have like they started making ice wine in this region, I think in the 80s. And they basically had to
And
figure out how to do it properly.
you're saying Toronto, not Germany.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like in
Yeah.
the and so they've developed a lot of techniques. We have one of the biggest problems that we have, that since you're asking, is
Hmm.
birds. Because
Wait. Can I go back? I
yeah,
know I want to hear about the birds,
no, no,
but before the 1980s, was it being
yeah,
done in Canada? It sounds like it was
no,
being done in Germany.
yeah,
Oh, so even before the 80s, it was only done basically Germany.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And
Okay.
the wine region in Canada is very young in the Niagara region. They were
Wow.
growing grapes like Concord grapes, grape juice
Yeah.
grapes for
Yeah.
a long time. And it wasn't until there was a few pioneers that started in the late 70s, early 80s,
Hmm.
they were German families, most of them,
Hmm. Oh,
to start.
really?
Yeah, they came from there and they settled over here and they said,
Wow.
hey, we can do like we did back home. And
Huh.
they started really, changing the region. So it's a young region, which is one of the challenges that we have. We have to get it known. We have
Hmm.
to show people that there's something unique here,
Hmm.
which is pretty exciting.